think it was Bert who said he might have dropped his phone in the water. I almost dropped my phone in the chicken. And yes, it's a mess. It always is when you shred it. I think I've got all the bones out of this portion. And just as I say that, and this is a reason to go through things ever so carefully, ever so carefully. If I didn't have all of these cactus needles in my hands, I would do this by hand because I will be bringing it to temperature again. Oh, another one. And then before I use this in salad and sandwiches, I'll drain it again over the crock pot. The smart pot. And I'm going to cook that again. Pressurize it again a couple more times until there's absolutely no bone left. And I'll just keep pulling out the meat. And I'll go through that meat over there in a minute and bring back whatever. It's not bony or a bone. Not a lot of blood or anything. That's good, but I don't want a clob of it in my sandwich or meat, mine or my son's. I've always loved cooking. Oh my gosh. If I could go back in time and get a video of my grandmother's kitchen and supplies. Oh, and I'd love, she'd say, Cassie, make anything you want. Cook, bake, barbecue, broil. The kitchen's yours. Oh, I love those times. She always raved over everything I made. And I always took her help and advice. Most of what I learned was from her. My voice, that mostly comes from her. The texture, and from my great-grandmother, her mom. After I go through this a couple more times, drain it, I will take a knife to it again and cut it finer. I want it to be maybe this size or even half of that. Okay, so shredded chicken. This has both chicken legs and some of the Cornish hen. Any parts that are too dry, I'll clip those, rehydrate them, get them to the cats. Make sure there's no bones. And I think this is looking pretty good. It's not perfect cooking, but it's darn good. Sometimes I say it's perfect. Let me bring this over and show this to you. I have one in the oven, and I have this one. It is loaded with, let's see, it's loaded with cream cheese, Denmark soft cheese, layers of chicken. Maybe get a better view this way. Layers of chicken. Oh, yep, I can see the Denmark cheese is already starting to warm up. Nice crust on the bottom and at the side. There you go. Oh, look at those layers. And then I peppered it with salt. I peppered it with salt and paprika. That's going in the oven next. what is in the oven smells delicious. Okay, so let's go over this again. Did you see anything I missed with your eyes? I spy little bones and dark veins that need to come out. Come on, wherever you are. It's like hide and seek with the chicken. What you don't want for yourself or your child or your friend or anyone is to get a hunk of a bone, or God forbid, bone that goes down your throat. I think it was my oldest brother. One of my brothers got a bone in his throat. It was a fish bone. One of my older brothers, I think it was my oldest brother. I did a lot of bread to get it to pass. That's what they used to do. Bread and milk, bread and butter, bread and dairy. My son has esophageal health issues. He's had his esophagus expanded a couple times. There's only so many times you can do it, and the esophagus is the only organ that can't be replaced or bypassed, only with feeding tubes. Things in science I learned that I never would have studied or never did study. But when it came to my son and needing to know about what health issues plagued him, I learned a lot. So has he. Of course, he knows way so much more about it because he lives it and feels it. He was in a test group with 30 people. A girl in Michigan and him survived the childhood test group. Both of them isolated themselves away from the things they were allergic to, different forms of grass and trees. And they were also in the notes, the strongest two that said, no, this is too much steroids for my body. No, I can't take that medication. No, I'm not going to keep using this. It's making me sick, or it's causing me bleeding, or it's causing me, They spoke up, and not only did they speak up, they held their ground against worldwide professionals that, well, if you try a little longer, give it a little bit more time, and they're like, nope. Both of them did pretty good. They beat the odds. My son's 29, and I didn't think he would live to the age of 9. They as in specialty doctors. Prayers and letting my son tell me, and being there while he told his doctors how he was feeling, what he could take, what he couldn't. And then there were times where he started telling them in his teen years, when I'm 18, I'm not doing this anymore, and you're not going to be able to threaten my mom with children's services or for listening to me and not deciding to do what you say, even when I think it's killing me. And his main doctor, Dr. Hahn and Dr. Jolly, stepped up to say, okay, Jesse, we're listening to you. You tell us and we'll listen, and we will go forward with what you are saying about your body. Those two doctors are wonderful. Dr. Hahn has retired. He's world renowned in his field of eosinophilic esophageal, adolescent, pre-cancer, and cancer, as well as being an allergist who worked to discover and bring to fruition face masking and nose masking to help the men and women in the service in Afghanistan and other countries with extreme dust and pollen issues to be able to survive those conditions. And Dr. Jolly, he's world renowned. He spent time in the UK and throughout America studying and working, mostly at Gainesville University, Florida. University of Florida, Gainesville Children's Specialty Unit, Ayers Building. Wonderful man. Well, we've got 10 minutes and my chicken is shredded. It looks pretty good. And I've got a lot more to do, but we're gonna do a wrap here. I wish I had wraps. I'm probably gonna have to make some tortillas. But in the meantime, I am 2 meals in that are 2 meals. So I'm 4 meals up plus the fridge meals from yesterday. And of course the freezer meals. I love scratch cooking. Oh, I just dropped my beef gelatin powder. Time to have some more of this every day. It has made such a difference. Matter of fact, with this weather, I probably would have hardly been able to get up and move. I mean, I couldn't hardly get up and move a few years ago when we had 30 to 50 or 60 degree weather swings. The swelling would have been just immense. And I usually like to wear my gloves where I have more coverage so they're warmer. But right now, this finger, because I'm writing so much, but that's okay. I write particularly well with my left hand through my brain. I type text different types of writing forms, and I voice speak different types of writing forms. But I've got a lot from the first 40, 50 years of my life that I need to write through this left hand. So I am so grateful for this product. It is life-changing. It has given me back mobility that no amount of pharmaceutical medicine was able to do. If anything, it took away more of my mobility. Chitter chatter, it's just me chatting here. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a chick who listens to her son, who listens to his body, and I listen to my body. And I'm blessed with friends from childhood through this day who share how they're feeling and their body. And together we make great choices for ourselves and with each other. Peace and love to each and every one of you. Now go do some things that are nice and pleasing for you. Make sure they're legal. Always be legal.